So I was originally going to film a conspiracy theories video today just because I thought that would be fun, and I have, I don't know, like a lot in my head all the time. But today is January 29th and it is Trump's 9th day in presidency, and I feel like there's a couple things that need to be discussed. If you don't know, I'm nobody, and I just think that I should say this because if I'm not saying it, then what am I doing with this? You know, where am I gonna go if I have my vent just turned on, I don't know if you could hear that. Okay. If I have no personality or political views towards anything. So basically, I wrote a 2-page sort of thing, and I'm just going to talk about it. So I don't want this to seem scripted. It's kind of a hard topic for me to talk about, and it was easier for me to get all my thoughts down on paper first. So today, like I said, is January 29th, Trump's 9th day in presidency, and there have been so many protests already all across the world. We had Trump protests in Chicago, LA to New York. They were literally all over. And then the day after, there was the Women's March, and those were in 75 different countries, and I think that is really amazing. But I find it hard to believe that something so bad has to happen for all of us to come together like that. I don't really know exactly what I wanted to say, but I just knew I had to say something. And the first thing I want to do is apologize to my friends who support Trump, because I know that they're going to see this video, and I know that they're probably not going to be happy that I'm posting it or saying how strongly I feel against him. But I just don't think we can be friends anymore, because it really breaks my heart to hear the things that this man says, and for people to, support that and go along with it really just breaks me down even more. So yeah, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm upset because he dehumanizes people and he's unfit to be president. I really think that Trump is an actor, a businessman, and I think he just wants the title of president more than anything. I don't really think that he wants what's good for this country. And to go along with the things he has said, I think that Donald Trump is a very outspoken misogynist, and if you don't think that that's wrong, I mean, I really don't know what to say, especially if you're a woman. If you're not a feminist and you don't want equality for everyone, I can't even wrap my head around it. Like, I truly don't understand. Like, how can you be so in your own world to think that, other people don't deserve the same rights as anyone else? So now I'm just going to read out some of the things that he has said in case you haven't heard. Women should be punished for having abortions, which I personally am so angry about. I don't expect him to understand, but maybe be a little bit more compassionate and understanding about the world that we live in, because there are so many different reasons as to why a woman would want to get an abortion. She could have been raped, there could have been sexual abuse, she could be underage and unable to take care of a kid the way that, she would want him to grow up, or, there's also been cases where the woman hasn't been healthy enough to actually birth this baby, it could kill her. And I don't know. Those are just some of the reasons that I could think of on the spot. I can't even oh god, I know that I keep saying like I can't wrap my head around it, but I truly can't. This whole situation just, it sucks. It really does. He also said about his daughter, if Ivanka, I have no idea how to say her name, weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. That is so fucking gross. What the hell? Literally, what? What? I would be so embarrassed to be her. Like, I don't know how she feels about this whole situation. I really haven't researched anything about if she's spoken to the public about it, but I would be so deadly embarrassed for my dad to say something like that. Like, that is so gross. He also told two 14-year-old girls, just think, in a few years, I'll be dating you. He's so, oh god, he's so arrogant and narcissistic. Why would these two young girls date you? Why? Like, he obviously has such a high opinion of himself, and the way that he carries himself is not the way that a president should. He also suggested that a reporter who accused him of sexual assault wasn't pretty enough to be assaulted. How? What? Where is the correlation? Nowhere. These are just a few of the things that Donald Trump has said about women. And there are many, many more. You can Google them. I'm sure there's video. I just don't have the time to go through all of them. Those were just some of the ones that kind of made me the most upset. The next thing I want to talk about is his racism. If you haven't heard that Donald Trump is racist, I don't know where you've been. Honestly, everything that comes out of his mouth is pretty racist one way or another. Here's a few of the things he said. Mexican immigrants are rapists. Another one I don't understand. I am Mexican. I know I look white as hell, but I really am, I promise. And where? Okay, like, I really don't understand the correlation between these two. I think that there is a lot of people who are rapists, and I think that they're people of all different races. I think they're just really fucked up people. Honestly, when I think of a rapist, I think of a white male. So, I mean, that's obviously the stereotypical version. Not every white boy is going to be a rapist, but all I'm saying is I never thought of it that way, and I don't know why that is something he thought of. I don't know. He also said that Black Lives Matter activists are looking for trouble. This is one of the things that I'm kind of worried about. He also referred to a Hispanic Miss Universe as Miss Housekeeping. What the fuck? And then, yesterday, he called for a ban on Muslims entering the country. Wow. So, I just want to say, all you hashtag All Lives Matter people, where the fuck are you now? Because you're pretty quiet. Where are you? I'm looking for you. I'm really speechless about this because I feel like this has taken us back hundreds and hundreds of years, and the people who are going to be most affected by this are women and children. And if that doesn't bother you, I don't know what does, because these people didn't choose to be refugees. You know, there's a war going on in their country, and they're really suffering. I think all of our progress of the country is flying out the window. I actually have a friend who is afraid to wear her hijab due to Trump, and that is really fucking sad to me, because it's a part of who she is. You know, it's obviously her religion, and I don't know. She's afraid to be herself, and she asked me, you know, like, do you think I should be? And ordinarily I probably would have said, fuck them, like, you're fine, like, it's okay, I think you'll be fine, because I had a lot of I had belief in America. I thought that people were not racist. I thought they were not Islamophobic, and I don't know, I thought that all of these things were kind of like not in Chicago, at least, you know? And now I don't really know what to say, because um, when Trump got elected, I was in shock. I really didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, this is like a joke, like there's no way. And he won by a lot, I think. And that kind of disgusts me, because I was always living under the assumption that there were more good people in the world than bad, and there were more people in the world who believed in equality. And now I'm starting to think that I'm wrong. I think we can fix this over time. I don't think that it's going to be quick. I think that's going to be a hard couple of months or even a few years, but I do think that we will get through it. I'm really afraid to live in Donald Trump's America, because just a few hours after he was inaugurated, the civil rights, I think climate change and LGBTQIA plus page was taken down from the White House, you know, website. What? Like, I really did research things that Donald Trump has said about LGBTQ, you know, topics, and I couldn't find too much. He really hasn't spoken that much about it. But if you're in any minority, I think you would see that he probably isn't going to have great views on the community. And his VP is terrifying. His vice president has said so many horrible things about the LGBT community, and that really worries me. So, little hint of advice: please don't assassinate Trump, because I definitely feel like Mike Pence has a different agenda, definitely more hidden than Trump's, and I think that if he becomes president, things will be a lot worse. I know that's hard to picture, because a lot of people think that Trump is the Antichrist or whatever, but yeah, I just think that that is not going to be a very fun experience, so please don't. He also wants to get rid of gun-free zones in schools. This one terrifies me past my existence, because also that didn't make sense, but whatever. What? There have been so many school shootings. Like, so many. I don't know. Have you not heard of them? There are always school shootings, and that terrifies me, because school is somewhere that people should feel safe and go to get an education. You know, if you don't feel safe in school, there's something wrong. You know, the fact that we have to have, you know, those emergency drills for people who come in the building, like, that is fucking terrifying. I can't even imagine to have the gun-free zone taken off, because imagine how much worse these things will get. Guns are something that I personally am very afraid of. I actually want to be a criminal justice major, so I know that that is something that I'm going to have to get accustomed to. I just don't like guns. I don't like the idea of them, because I feel like they're so quick and easy to kill someone, and I think part of that is just because I live in Chicago and, you know, we have the highest gun shootings. And I think that I'm just afraid because, you know, some days I will be walking down the street and there will be a shady car and I'll think, are they going to pull out a gun and just start shooting? You know, like those are the kind of things that I think about, and to me that's scary. And to go to school, I feel very safe knowing that, well, hoping that there is no guns anywhere in the building. So for that gun law to be taken out, I think a lot of things will go wrong. I don't really know what else to say other than fuck Donald Trump. I love you all, and I hope that everyone feels safe and comfortable with who they are. And I want you guys to know, well, 20 subscribers, I want you guys to know that, like, don't compromise yourself because of what's going on. At first, I did want to hide who I was, and because I was scared, I didn't know what else to do. But I'm proud to say that I think now more than ever have I wanted to be myself and stick up for what I believe in and stay true to how I feel about my opinions, because this really fucking sucks. It does. And I'm not gonna lie, it's scary, and it's gonna continue to be scary to be who I am. But I think if we don't, things will get worse. So yeah. Yeah. Just spread love, okay? And also, just a little message for our Mr. President. Don't get too comfortable because my generation votes next.